second place. We're on board with Andrea Iannone looking back at Brno winner Cal Crutchlow. The way that Iannone side his way through on Marquez and Cal Crutchlow on this lap, well, Valentino Rossi will be having a very big problem very, very shortly.
He's arriving at speed. That red Ducati down at Brooklands. Dylan.
Well, yeah, if you look, it's only Vinales and Iannone that are in the 202s. I think now we've seen this big drop-off that they said, because they've all of a sudden now almost everyone's dropped into the 203s. It's only Vinales and Iannone who've avoided that so far.
What happened on Friday? The superior race pace was from Maverick Vinales and Andrea Iannone. It was clear to see on the timesheets on Friday afternoon. So Iannone up
the inside of Valentino Rossi's making this look easy. Andrea
Iannone, in a lap and a half, he's passed Marquez, Crutchlow and Rossi.
He's scything through them like a knife through butter. Now, with just under 8 laps to go, can he make any impression on Maverick Vinales at the front?
Well, he needs to be lapping half a second a lap faster then, doesn't he? And the way Maverick Vinales has been in complete control, Iannone himself dropped into the 203s last time out. Here comes Rossi fighting back.
Rossi's not having it, is he? They're absolutely side by side, 320 kilometres an hour. What a great shot, and Rossi's going to outbrake him into Stowe, and he's done it.
Oh, it feels like he can reach out and touch Andrea Iannone there, coming into the braking zone. Aleix Espargaro will have a 1 second penalty added to his lap time. Rossi is through. This is a great fight for second place. And of course, while they're tripping each other up, Maverick Vinales is just eking away at the front. He does lead now by 4.3 seconds, Vinales. Surely it's his race to lose now.
It might not be a race at the front, but it's an unbelievable race for second place and full marks to Valentino Rossi. We thought Andrea Iannone was going to disappear into the distance. Rossi had other thoughts, but Iannone would come back at him. Crutchlow coming into the fray as well as they go through the farm curve. Crutchlow almost getting up the inside of Andrea Iannone. Marquez and Pedrosa joining in the fun. This is mayhem. What a battle for second place as they come onto that Wellington straight.
Yeah, it looked like Crutchlow with that hard option front tyre just had a bit more braking stability than Andrea Iannone going down into that village corner. Wasn't quite able to find his way through on Andrea Iannone. Dovizioso's come right back into this battle for second place as well. He's just at the back of this group in 7th place. Dovizioso, don't rule him out of this fight for second place.
7 laps to go. Vinales has already crossed the line. Rossi crosses the line now. Boy, that's a gap of 4.8 seconds, but I don't think we're too worried about that as Iannone gets back up the inside of Valentino Rossi at Copse Corner. Crutchlow trying to ride round the outside of him. It's like a speedway match as they're racing through there at 120 miles an hour down towards the Maggots corner.
This is like a Moto3 race in MotoGP. Fantastic action. Maverick Vinales again was half a second quicker than this chasing group. 4.8 seconds now he leads this race. He's coming down to the end of the hanger straight for Stowe Corner while these group are still just coming onto this hanger straight. Iannone then can he make the breakaway from Rossi, Crutchlow, Marquez, Pedrosa and Dovizioso? Surely it's too late to hunt down Maverick Vinales. Here we go, Iannone up the inside of Valentino Rossi at the first corner. Quite literally a bird's eye view from Rossi's Yamaha M1.
And that's of course where Iannone went down yesterday, didn't he, in free practice 4 in a big fall. As Cal Crutchlow obviously wants to finish on the podium, we ride with Maverick Vinales. So far, absolute masterclass from a lad so young, 21 years old, only in his 2nd season of MotoGP. He is a world champion in Moto3, had some Moto2 wins as well, but immediately snatched up by Suzuki to make an early MotoGP debut. It has paid off, but the battle for second place continues to rage. Iannone and Marquez now with Cal Crutchlow. Marquez now up into 4th place, Rossi 3rd, and in 2nd place Andrea Iannone, and he hasn't been able to break away from Valentino Rossi. Rossi again thinks about the inside, he's not close enough as they come into the Brooklands corner.
Marquez is through on Crutchlow. You can see there Aleix Espargaro will be penalised with a 1 second penalty at the end of the race. I thought I saw a Suzuki running off at Maggots a little bit early on in the race, so It won't affect, well, Crutchlow. That's brave up the inside of Marquez at Woodcote. Oh, what a move by Crutchlow. Aggressive, hard, but fair. He picks up Marquez. That's flat out through there. Crutchlow, brave in the extreme. Brilliant move by Crutchlow to take that 4th place back from Marquez. Marquez getting a bit of a taste of his own medicine that time.
Here comes Crutchlow again. He's got up the inside of Valentino Rossi. Crutchlow is up on the podium place in 3rd place.
Crutchlow really starting to bare his teeth now. Brilliant moves on Marquez and Valentino Rossi in the space of 3 corners. Cal Crutchlow then back in the podium places in his home Grand Prix.
We ride with Valentino Rossi. Cal Crutchlow in front of him under the bridge. Fastest part of the circuit down towards Stoke Corner. Well over 320 kilometres an hour. Rossi sniffs up the inside and then says, no, if I got up the inside there, I'd take both of them out into the gravel at Stoke Corner.
Crutchlow, can he close up on the brakes with that hard option front tyre on Andrea Iannone in the braking zone for Vale? Not quite. Iannone still holding firm in 2nd. Danny Pedrosa and Andrea Dovizioso just can't quite get in that hunt for the podium right now. There is Maverick Vinales going through the Abbey curve, way ahead of Andrea Iannone. We're on board again with Valentino Rossi.
In front of him is Cal Crutchlow, and just in the red there, Andrea Iannone going through the farm curve. We saw Iannone go down there yesterday in a fairly big crash. Slowest part of the circuit, the loop, and then the village corner.
Andrea Iannone's doing a brilliant job here of managing those soft option tyres. Marquez picks up Valentino Rossi. Oh, that's really aggressive from Marquez. Well, these two have had some battle royales down the years.
He's not going to be happy about that. This is personal. We ride with Rossi. I tell you, he's going to get up the inside of Brooklands. He's going to give it absolutely everything, and he has got up the inside of Brooklands, and there is nowhere for Marquez to go. This is personal. This is...
Oh, Iannone's gone down. Andrea Iannone's crashed out of 2nd place. He's down at the Luffield corner. Iannone out of 2nd place, so this is now a battle for 3rd in the race. There is Andrea Iannone. Well, finally his soft option front tyre has cried no more. It puts Crutchlow 2nd, and this epic fight between Rossi and Marquez is now a fight for 3rd.
Yeah, through Cops Corner they come. They have taken their gloves off, these two, as they have done on many, many times before. Oh, Marquez thought about getting up the inside, going into the Maggots corner. No, he has got up the inside.
He's gone off. He's gone
off the track. Marquez puts his hand up. He had to run straight on.
That's fine. He can come back on in front of Danny Pedrosa and Andrea Dovizioso. He knew he couldn't come back on track in front of Valentino Rossi.
So that has changed the situation quite dramatically. Cal Crutchlow a 2nd, Valentino Rossi 3rd, then Marquez. Let's have a look at it again. He's just getting in too hot, isn't he? Yeah. He's just got to run it on.
That's a classic case of impatience and over-exuberance from Marquez. Look at this. What an on-board shot that is from Valentino Rossi. Brilliant from the gyroscopic camera.
Follows Marquez going off into the boondocks, into the countryside.
Marquez is right back on Valentino Rossi. He's going to have a look up the inside at the Abbey corner. Can he make it stick? No, he can't. Rossi just slightly later on the brakes as they peel through Abbey.
The red mist is down, the red mist is down with Marquez. He's got upstairs inside now with Valentino Rossi. And is he going to hold firm? No, Rossi comes back at him, side by side, and Rossi back through. Marquez fights back. This is very personal indeed. I think Marquez has stolen it back again. He has. Rossi tries to get back up the inside. You'll never see better motorcycle racing. You never see better motorsport than this in the world.
Wheel to wheel, elbow to elbow between Marquez and Valentino Rossi here at the British Grand Prix. 4 laps and 3 corners remaining. Maverick Vinales in complete control of this race. He's 5 seconds clear of Cal Crutchlow in 2nd place. But the fans, the 75,000 fans packed into Silverstone, captivated by this titanic battle between Marquez and Rossi for 3rd.
And Danny Pedrosa now joining in the fun. He wants to help his teammate Marquez.
Well, Rossi and Marquez...
It's a shame in some ways. It's taking all the glory away from Maverick Vinales, isn't it?
Well, the Rossi-Marquez scrap is doing 2 things. They're carving each other up so much it's given Cal Crutchlow the chance to break away in 2nd, and it's brought Pedrosa and Dovizioso back into the hunt for the podium.
This is the battle for 3rd place. It's very fierce indeed. 56-point gap now in the World Championship if these positions remain the same. I can promise you these positions will not remain the same in the next 3.5 laps.
Marc Marquez has probably got some blue paint on his leathers, and Valentino Rossi's probably got some red and orange paint on his leathers. It's been that close in this fight for third place. As we said, it's given Cal Crutchlow the chance to break away from Marquez in third place. Crutchlow's a second ahead now of Marquez.
Yeah, Crutchlow would not want to be involved in this. He would for enjoyment, but not for the position he stands in the race. Here is Scott Redding.
He hasn't had another crash,
That's not
has he?
going to be the third crash for poor old Scott Redding, is it? Right, back to the battle for third place. Crutchlow has opened up a bit of an advantage. We have 3.5 laps to go. They come into the Abbey curb. What another ride by Cal Crutchlow. Second in Germany, winner in Brno 2 weeks ago, and now running in second place.
It does look like Marquez has got the pace to get away from Rossi. Breathtaking shots here on board that gyroscopic camera from Valentino Rossi. That was so close. A face full of Marc Marquez. Absolutely brilliant action.
It is. It's motor free. It's club racing, isn't it?
Big moment for Crutchlow as he squeezed the power on coming out of Brooklands. That's going to give Marc Marquez heart in this battle for second place. Crutchlow just asking for the power a little bit too early. He was thrown out of the seat. Gathered it all back up though. Crutchlow stays in second place.
The big crowd and this grandstands that engulf this Woodcote corner, they clap, but they're a little bit quieter. Crutchlow, 3 laps to go, tips it into Copse corner. The advantage at the front for Maverick Vinales, 4.6 seconds.
Got to take your hat off to Marc Marquez, Nick. He's just put in a 2:02.825. He was half a second quicker than Crutchlow last time around. Half a second quicker than Valentino Rossi. He's broken Rossi, no doubt about that. Marc Marquez is winning this personal duel for third place. Now he's all about hunting down Cal Crutchlow. You can forget about this man, Maverick Vinales, because he has long gone into the distance. Vinales leads by 4.6 seconds. Suzuki are about to be on the top step of a MotoGP podium for the first time since 2007. Chris Fumulin at Le Mans. If Maverick Vinales can keep his composure, he's been the top gun today, no doubt about that.
The battle for second place. Crutchlow on the brakes into club corner.
Oh dear, look at that. Davide Brivio, he cannot watch.
Because Davide Brivio was the man that instigated Rossi's move from Honda to Yamaha and masterminded success at Yamaha, wasn't he? He's doing the same at Suzuki now, and he's closing up all the time. Is Marc Marquez on Crutchlow as they go through the Abbey curb.
This was the moment that he had coming through Brooklands on the last lap. He's just, look at that for Crutchlow. That was a big moment for Cal. And that's brought Marc Marquez right back into contention. Marc Marquez attacks Crutchlow. Marquez is the man on the charge in this race at the end of the British Grand Prix. And he takes second place from Cal Crutchlow. Has Crutchlow got anything to respond?
Oh, he clinically passed him, wasn't it? Very clean indeed. But here comes Crutchlow, absolutely side by side into Brooklands. He blinked, and now he runs it a bit wide, and Marquez has got up the inside, but Crutchlow has the only advantage, but Marquez makes it stick. So Marquez now second, Crutchlow third into Woodcote corner. There will be 2 laps to go. And I think Crutchlow's going to have one more nibble at him, don't you?
I think we can safely say that Marc Marquez hasn't been riding with the championship in mind today.
Here comes Crutchlow up into Copse corner.
He's got the inside line as well. Yeah, Marquez can't turn in because Cal Crutchlow's right there on the LCR Honda rider. What a battle we've seen for second place, raged behind Maverick Vinales. It's been awesome between Crutchlow, between Marquez, between Valentino Rossi. Rossi looks out of it in fourth place. He's really struggling to try and get on the podium for the second year in a row here at Silverstone.
They come through the last part of the complex through the Chapel curve onto the Hangar straight. Good drive out of here, both of them on Hondas, of course. Now will Marquez try to nip out of that slipstream any moment now? Here he comes, up the inside on the brakes. He sweeps past Crutchlow.
Oh, he's in way too hot. He's in way too hot. Marquez has gone off the track. That's going to cost him the podium. It's podium over surely for Marquez. He got it all in way too hot on Cal Crutchlow, and Marquez has dropped back behind Rossi. He's dropped back behind Danny Pedrosa. Well, we said, would he throw caution to the wind? Well, he did, and it's backfired.
Here they are at Stoke corner. He's just too far. He nearly hit Cal Crutchlow.
That's why, it was nearly elbow to elbow, and all he's doing is going to the car park. And that is podium over for Marc Marquez, surely.
Well, as you so rightly say, Mark, full marks to this man. Maverick Vinales, what a ride on the Suzuki, but a fiercer battle as we've seen all season for second place.
Brilliant action. Marc Marquez, well, he said all year long, if he hasn't been able to win the races, he'll quite happily settle for the points. Oh, dearie me. He's not been...
Is that settling for the points?
This has been Marc Marquez in all-out attack mode right from the get-go here. It's been absolutely sensational to watch the number 93 at work here in this British Grand Prix.
He's trying to get past his teammate Danny Pedrosa now, down at Brooklands corner. He's all over his rear wheel. He just doesn't know the meaning of the word, does he? Take it carefully, just pick up the World Championship points. We thought he did, but he doesn't. Through Woodcut they come, right on the rear wheel. Vinales has crossed the line already. Crutchlow in second place, Valentino Rossi third.
Yeah, Marquez will be kicking himself. Maverick Vinales then on the final lap. History beckons for the Suzuki rider. What a year it's been for the MotoGP World Championship as Marc Marquez tried to fight back through on Danny Pedrosa. Marquez back up to fourth. What a year for the MotoGP World Championship. 7 different winners we're about to be seeing with Maverick Vinales at the front. We could have 4 first-time winners in the last 5 Grand Prix here in MotoGP. Brilliant stuff.